Very good morning everybody. Welcome back to Chandan Logics. You're watching English YouTube live session. My name is Sham. In the year 2026, we have wonderful golden opportunities for the banking aspirants. And if you are one among them, this session is for you. In this session, we are going to discuss a very important mock test paper explanation for the students preparing for SBI PO 2026. Before we start the session, guys, two important things I have to mention in every class. Number one, many students think English question paper, English section in the banking exams is very difficult. It is absolutely wrong. No. If you are a banking aspirant, please don't draw a conclusion that English is difficult. No, English is not difficult in bank exams. English is not difficult in bank exams. English only looks difficult in bank exams. English section tries to confuse you, scare you. But the reality is English is not difficult in bank exams. Number two, if you are a bank job aspirant, your preparation 80% must be focused on vocabulary. And the rest 20% you can focus on grammar. Because if you don't know vocabulary, naturally you cannot solve the question paper confidently. Having mentioned this, the most important point is read English newspaper articles. Your reading skills are very important. You can take any English newspaper, be it the Hindu paper, Indian Express, or any other English newspaper. Read the articles. That's going to help you a lot. Once again, I welcome you all back to the Chandan Logics English YouTube live session, guys. My name is Sham. So very good morning to everybody once again. Very good morning, Shivani. So whoever is preparing for bank exams, SBI PO, you have to share this video to those people and give them the right direction to get good score in English. In this session, I'm going to solve SBI PO mock test English paper, 40 questions. So share this video to your friends and family members, whoever is preparing for SBI PO exam. So very good morning, Naveen. Once again, I welcome you all to the English class and we are going to start the session right away. So banking exam, the biggest problem is passages. I'm sorry, my voice is not good. So passages. I always say don't worry about the passages. Go by the shortcuts. What kind of shortcuts? First of all, be very selfish. Don't waste time directly reading the paragraph. Choose the questions which can be answered without reading the paragraph. The advantage is minimum 50% or 40% questions come based on vocabulary and you don't have to read the paragraph to solve such questions. Correct? You observe the question number 6, guys, in this paragraph. Yes. Question number 6 is also content based. Maybe question number 7. Yes. So guys, question number 8. If you observe in this passage, question number 8 started with vocabulary. So to solve the vocabulary based questions, you don't have to read the complete paragraph. Yes or no, my dear friends? See the first question. What is the synonym of the word flimsy? It is a direct vocabulary, guys. Like I have mentioned in the beginning, you must have good knowledge of vocabulary. So what is the meaning of the word flimsy? Sir, I'm not able to know. I don't know the meaning of the word flimsy, sir. I'm not good at vocabulary. Then don't worry. There is one more method. Hearty is a positive word. Robust is a positive word. Magnetizing is a positive word. Influence is a positive word. So naturally frail must be the answer because frail is a negative word. So if you know the vocabulary, that's fine. You are lucky enough. But naturally sometimes you may not know some vocabulary. I'll tell you the meaning of the word flimsy. Flimsy means very weak. Flimsy means very weak. Very tired. You know, there is a beautiful vocabulary called enervated. There is a vocabulary called fatigue. Fatigue is also very, very weak, very, very tired. There is a beautiful synonym called feeble. There is a beautiful vocabulary called fragile. And these are some synonyms to the word feeble, fragile, frail, flimsy, which is the easy answer here. If you know these vocabulary, you're lucky enough, but still don't worry. All the other options are positive except this word negative, that is answer frail. Frail is very weak. That is answer, my dear friends. I also have to mention this robust. What is the meaning of the vocabulary robust? Robust means very strong. Robust means very energetic, vigorous. So when somebody is robust, it means they are very strong, very energetic. Done, guys? So question number 8, easy answer. Question number 9, you don't have to read the passage for this, correct? What is the antonym of the word compromise? Wow. So antonym of the word compromise. Can you get the answer? Antonym of the word compromise. Now, what is the meaning of the word compromise? What is the meaning of the word compromise? Compromise is a positive word or a negative word? Compromise is a negative word, correct? Compromise is a negative word. So compromise means you compromise, you give up. You have to surrender. You are not confident, so you compromise. You are not confident, so you compromise. The opposite is secure. So when we use the word secure, it means you are very sure, you are very confident, you are very brave enough. You are very sure, you are very confident, you are very brave enough. Okay? Secure is the answer. In this context, I also have to say, what is the meaning of redeem? What is the meaning of hold? What is the meaning of impede? I must start with impede. What is the meaning of impede? Impede means obstruct. Impede means obstruct, disturb. And what is the meaning of hold? Hold means I can say save, preserve. Preserve for the future. Accumulate. We also use the word accumulate. We also use the word accumulate. So compromise opposite is secure, my dear friends. I also will tell you this. Anytime if you don't know which is the right option, then happily go to the passage and see where this word compromise is used. If you read that sentence, easy to answer. Easy to answer. Again, question number 10, vocabulary based question. So spelling, yes. Which is the correct spelling? I think this is the easiest question in the question paper. This is going to be the easiest in the question paper. What do you think, guys? Correct spelling. Unspecified. Anybody can answer this question. Unspecified. So what I am trying to say is, yes, in the paragraph there are 10 questions, but luckily 3 questions are based on vocabulary. So directly you can answer the 3 questions first. First is first. Time management is important. So that is fine, sir. But what about the other rest questions? What about the rest of the 7 questions? You have to answer them, but not right away, because time management is very important. You have to solve the exercises which can be answered in a less time and get a good score. You can't take risk unless and until you are very good at reading the passage. So these 3 marks are safe. Ready, 3 marks in the pocket. Ready, 3 marks in the pocket. Now, still, if you're confident, what you can do is, you can read the remaining 7 questions once. When you read the 7 questions, you will understand what he is asking. And then when you start reading the paragraph, you have to do it. But we are not machines, we are not robots, we are humans. Naturally, obviously, any human, how good he may be at reading, still will need to spend a few couple of minutes to read the paragraph and answer the 7 questions. So which means minimum 4 to 5 minutes you have to save time for this passage, but not in the beginning of the exam and at the end of the exam, because time management is very important. Spotting error, guys. Every of the financial institution, what is this? See the size of the question, and we need to find spotting error. We need to find spotting error. See the size of the question. I just started reading it. Every of the, Arey Bhaiya, there is no such expression like every of the. In English language, there is no such expression like every of the. Instead, you can use each of the, but you cannot use every of the. So very easy question. So very easy question. You don't have to use every of the, you have to use each of the. How easy? How simple? But still, if you want to read the complete sentence, it's up to you. But I'm not going to read it now because that's not the right way to do. Okay? But if you want, I can help you out. Each of the financial institutions operating under the revised regulatory framework are required to maintain higher capital adequacy, as the central bank seeks to enhance systematic resilience and mitigate risk arriving from global economic volatility, which could otherwise destabilize the financial system, and so on. This paragraph, this particular section, this particular question is about something related to banking sector and finance, money related. Easy question, so no difficulty. Answer is simple, correct? But if you want some extra knowledge here, I can share some extra knowledge with you. There is a beautiful vocabulary called resilience. So resilience means bounce back. Resilience means falling down, bounce back. Mitigate means reduce. Mitigate means abate, diminish. Adequacy means enough. Adequacy means sufficient. Adequacy means enough. Adequacy means sufficient. Okay. So these are some wonderful vocabulary here, my dear friends. Anyways, answer is simple. You don't say every of the, you say each of the. Okay. Chalo. Next question number 12. Again, spotting error, my dear friends. Can you solve this sentence? Can you solve this sentence? The ongoing geopolitical conflict has created a scenario in which the exporting nations and importing economies are benefiting from the prolonged instability as supply chain disruptions continue to affect global trade flows, thereby indicating that both sides cannot sustain such economic losses for the extended period, particularly when inflationary pressures are already straining domestic markets. Guys, what are you trying to say here? What is the meaning of the sentence here? The ongoing geopolitical conflict. Internationally, there is a conflict going on, geopolitical conflict. Because of that conflict, what happened is, situation is so bad. Exporting nations, importing economies are facing some problem called instability. So the whole sentence is about a huge problem all over the world, and many countries are finding it very difficult to get the economic stability. This is the sentence. Guys, can you try to find the error in the sentence if I give you some 30 seconds of the time? Sir, how can we read such a big sentence in just 30 seconds, sir? You have to read, brother. If you are a PO aspirant, your reading skills are important. Okay, I'll tell you one beautiful secret. I'll tell you one beautiful secret. Both the boys don't know Hindi. Both the boys don't know Hindi. Can you find there is an error in the sentence? If you can find the error in this small sentence, you also can find error in that big sentence. Both the boys don't know Hindi. Both the boys don't know Hindi. Both the girls don't know Tamil. Both the actors can't act well. Both the singers can't sing well. So the serious problem is when we use the adjective both, when we use both, you cannot use negative sentence. It is a very important rule of the grammar. When we use both, when we use the determiner both, you cannot use negative sentence. So the problem is both the boys don't know Hindi cannot be used. Instead, you can say neither of the boys. Okay. Likewise, here also you cannot say both sides cannot. Cannot is negative. So you cannot say both sides cannot. In the place of both, better you say each side. Better you say each side. No, you can't remove don't. If you remove don't, you're changing the negative sentence into positive sentence. Then the whole meaning is now different. You can't remove don't. You only have to make sure that in the place of both, add each. And then when you add each, side will come naturally. So each side cannot. Or you also can say either side cannot. Each side cannot. Either side cannot. But you can't say both sides cannot. You can't say both sides cannot. You can't say both sides cannot. Question number 13. The researchers were afraid the rapid mutation. Here itself, answer is simple. I don't want to waste your time. Afraid. What is the meaning of afraid? Everybody knows, right? But then, whenever we use afraid, there must be some fixed preposition of. Afraid of. So, the researchers were afraid of. Easy? Easy? The researchers were afraid of. The researchers were afraid of. There are some fixed cases, fixed prepositions. I am fond of chocolates. I'm scared of snakes. I'm afraid of ghosts. I'm afraid of ghosts. I'm proud of my success, and many more. So whenever we say afraid, we must use the preposition of. Don't you think so? The researchers were afraid of. 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 Easy question? Okay. Question number 14 again, spotting error. The medical report indicated that several patients suffering from prolonged exposure to toxic chemicals had eventually died due to severe organ failure, while a few others died from tuberculosis despite receiving timely treatment, which raised serious concerns among healthcare professionals about the effectiveness of existing therapies, thereby prompting further research into improved treatment protocols. So guys, there is a beautiful error in the sentence. Who can try the error in the sentence? There is a beautiful error in the sentence. Who can try the error? I will give you 60 seconds to find error in the sentence. Will you try? I can give you 60 seconds. Timer to find the error in the sentence. Will you try? Can you find the right answer, guys? 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 When we talk about a topic called prepositions, there is a very important case called die. So, when somebody dies because there is a health issue, we say die of. When somebody dies because of a health issue, we say died of. So died of is used when you're talking about some health issue, some disease. He died of cancer. He died of heart stroke. He died of tuberculosis. Okay? But if there is any reason other than the health issue, like for example, you will have some problems in your life, correct? Then we say died from. Then we say died from. I'll give you one example, guys. He died of cancer. He died from tension. He died of tuberculosis. He died from depression. So died of, died from. died of, died from. This is how you have to use. Am I clear? So here you're talking about tuberculosis. It is a disease, right? So you can't say died from. You better say died of. That is why I always say practice the rules of the grammar. Practice the rules of the grammar so perfectly that questions like this can be easily answered, guys. Am I clear? Now that I have mentioned some very important rules of prepositions, I would like to ask you a question. What is the preposition for oblivious? I want you to find this answer and message your answer in the comment section, but not now. After the live session is over, I want you to comment your answer in the comment section later, by tomorrow. So oblivious preposition what? I want you to get this answer. Again, 15th question, one more spotting error. The student preferred to sit besides her mother during the extensive research workshop to gain better insights into complex scientific concepts, as she believed that direct interaction would enhance her understanding and analytical abilities, while other participants relied on independent study and online resources, thereby reflecting different approaches to knowledge acquisition. Guys, I think the moment you read the question itself, easy to answer. Easy to answer. You cannot use the word beside. You cannot use the word beside. You cannot use the word besides. Besides is different. Beside is different. You're talking about the student who wants to sit with her mother or mentor, sorry, not mother, mentor. Okay. So here the better word is beside. It is not besides. I'm sure everybody knows this, correct? Everybody knows this, correct? What is the difference between besides and beside? My dear friends, beside is near. What is the meaning of besides? In addition to. The meaning of the word besides is in addition to. The meaning of the word besides is in addition to. In addition to. Okay? The meaning of the word besides is in addition to. Okay? So here you can't use the word beside. You have to use the word besides. Am I clear, guys? Yes. In addition to that, there may be one or two small spelling errors which are typo errors. I'm sure you can understand them. The major spotting errors, if you observe, we have discussed 5 important spotting errors so far, correct? If you observe the 5 spotting errors, there is one error based on the difference between beside and besides. Correct? There is one spotting error where it talks about the preposition, the difference between died of and died from. Correct? If you observe, both are actually prepositions. So in this section, 2 questions based on prepositions. And also if you observe, I think the 13th question is about again preposition, afraid of. And if you observe, the 12th question is very interesting. I think most of the people may not know this. When we use both, negative cannot come. And this is a very simple question. You don't say every of the. What do you say? Rather, each of the. You don't say every of the. What do you say? Rather, each of the. Okay, guys. So spotting errors done successfully. Before we proceed to the question number 16, this is a very happy news. Go to the Play Store, install Chandan Logics app, where you can have free course. This free course is absolutely free for everybody. So what do you get in this free course is approximately 7,000 practice questions on various topics of grammar and vocabulary and comprehension. You can just keep practicing them happily. This is how you improve your English proficiency. Yes, as most of you may know, my name is Sham, and if you want my English classes completely in English explanation also, you can contact Chandan Logics, this number, and you can get my classes completely in English also available. So guys, in the free course which is offered, 7,000 plus practice questions are there. Enjoy them. Now we have a beautiful spotting error. Normal student follows a very wrong procedure. He wants to read every sentence. No, I always want to say this. We are not normal students. We are extraordinary students. Yes or no? So better we follow a very unique procedure. 5 sentences are there. Yes, correct. Now identify the first statement. P cannot be the first statement. Why? This temperature. Which temperature? So P is wrong. B cannot be the first statement. A cannot be the first statement because consequently, when we use consequently, it means something happened already. So something must have happened before, then consequently, correct? Now D cannot be the first statement because looking ahead. If you already have said something, then you can say looking ahead. You didn't say anything. How can you say looking ahead? Now you have C and E. You have C and E. Read the C sentence. While the primary Savgan station remained dry, other areas recorded varying levels of rainfall. CE. Delhi experienced a slight rise in its minimum temperature. My dear brother, the story started here. The story began here. Delhi experienced a slight rise in minimum temperature to 20.7 this Saturday. So, some parts of Delhi, there was a rain. And some parts of the Delhi, there was a rise in temperature. There was a rise in temperature. There was a rise in temperature. Here the story started. Here the story started. What could be the next sentence after E? If you want, I'll give you timer. What do you think? Do you want me to give you timer? Do you want to try this? If yes, comment yes in the comment section. If you want to try this, I'll give you timer. Guys, if you want to try this, I will give you timer, 60 seconds or 120 seconds. What do you think? If you message yes in the comment section, I will give you timer. If you message yes in the comment section, I will give you timer. What do you think, guys? Yes. So I'm going to give you less than 60 seconds. Try this answer. Less than 60 seconds. Try the sequence. Get the sequence. Get the sequence. Yes. Okay. So in the last statement, E statement, you said some parts of Delhi there was a rain. See? And now if you observe here, here also you are talking about rainfall. Correct? So it comes here C. If you read the sentence, you will understand. In Delhi, some parts there was rain, some parts there was a rise in temperature. Now, some parts there was no rain, no, they remained dry. Whereas some parts there was a different levels of rain. So, Ainagar, Palam. So, both the sentences are related, no. If you want, I'll repeat. In Delhi, some parts there was no rain, some parts there was rain. In which parts there was rain? In 2 parts there was rain. Ainagar and Palam. Okay, congratulations. So Delhi has rain. Very good. What next? What next? See, these fresh showers. These fresh showers means what? Rain only, no. Fresh showers means rain only, no. Led to a improved air quality, shifting this from something to something. So air quality now is better because there is a fresh shower. Now if you observe In the beginning, we also said there is a rise in temperature. See, this rise in temperature occurred because lingering cloud cover trapped heat. Looking ahead, forecasters expect the air quality to remain within moderate. It is a simple story, guys. It is a very, very easy story. Very, very simple story. If you want, I'll explain once more. I'll tell you the story now. In New Delhi, some parts there was no rain, some parts there was rain. In two areas there was rain, Ainagar and Palam. Because of this rain, air quality improved. Air quality improved. Air quality improved. Of course, there was a rise in temperature also, but that rise in temperature occurred because of the cloud only. Lingering cloud. Linger means without any movement. But overall, the story is, it was a happy news for Delhi. Air quality improved. So everybody now expects this air quality to be consistent, at least for some more days. Sir, I always have a problem, sir. I'm not able to do jumble sentences as quickly as you can. Keep practicing, guys. Keep practicing. If you are not good at jumble, take it seriously from today. Every day, maybe do 1 or 2 exercises before you go to bed. Or when you wake up in the early morning, spend 10-20 minutes time on jumble. I'm sure you will enjoy. If you ask my personal opinion, jumbled exercise is a fun. If I do jumble, I feel like I play a game. What about you? If you know how to enjoy it, you will love it. So if you get the sequence ready, no problem. You can easily answer the questions. Now here we have beautiful close test. Don't do this like a normal student. Do this like extraordinary student. Who can get the first answer? 21. Who can get the first answer? 21. 30 seconds time. 30 seconds time. 30 seconds time. 30 seconds time. What does a normal student do? What does a normal student do? He reads the sentence from here. You're wasting time, brother. But extraordinary student, what does he do? What does he do? See, here is the blank. Now, see, you start the bracket here. Now, dash to, preposition to, age-related frailty. What is the meaning of frailty? Frailty means weakness, old age. Preposition to. Preposition to. Wow. Succumb to. How many of you know the preposition rule? Succumb to. There is a beautiful preposition rule called succumb to. Succumb to means you can't fight more. Succumb to means you can't fight anymore. So you give up. You compromise. Succumb to means you can't fight more. So you give up, you compromise. Succumb to. If you know the preposition to here, easy answer. Succumb to is the answer. What do you think? Yes or no? Done. Sir, what about consolidating, sir? What is the meaning of consolidate? Strong. Here, you already used the preposition to. So, consolidating preposition to cannot come. And two, here you want a negative word. Here you are looking for a negative word because frailty is negative. And what is the preposition for aspire? Aspire for. The students are aspiring for government job. The students are aspiring for bank job. So diverge, instigate. What is the meaning of instigate? Create anger, provoke. And diverge is move away. So like spread. So whatever you do here, easy preposition. Succumb to is the answer. Succumb to is the answer. Can you try question number 22? Don't read the sentences. Don't waste time to read the sentences. 20-second answer, guys. 20-second answer, guys. 22nd answer, guys. Directly jump to the B option here. These dash are not isolated. These dash are not isolated. Last year alone, I think these is plural, 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 plural. I think this question is difficult. Shortcuts don't work. Shortcuts don't work. Maybe you read the sentence. These dash are not isolated. Last year alone, 85 tree collapses were witnessed. So what are you trying to say? Last year alone, 85 incidents happened. So you're talking about incidents. Where is the vocabulary here? Close to incidents. Occurrences. So when you say incidents, you're trying to say occurrences. When you say incidents, you're trying to say occurrences. So last year itself, many occurrences happened. Last year itself, many incidents happened. Last year itself, many incidents happened. Many occurrences happened. Like 85 incidents, 85 accidents. Okay? Occurrences is the right word. Now some of you will ask me a question. Sir, tree collapses, no? Why don't we use catastrophe? Actually, catastrophe is a very big word. If a tree collapses, catastrophe is not that needed. Catastrophe is a very big word. We use this word catastrophe for some kind of earthquake or tsunami. When trees collapse, it cannot be called catastrophe, right? Precedent means previous examples. Aberrations, diversions, deviations, anomalies, variations. So occurrences is the right word. Can you get the 23rd answer? 23rd answer. Jump to the C option here. Jump to the C option here. Get the answer, guys. 23rd. Get the answer, guys. 23rd. Yes. Yes. If you observe here, preposition to comes. Among the 5 options, which option best suitable? Which option best is suitable to the preposition to? Linked to. Then what are you worried about? Why are you worried about? What are you worried about? Easy question, right? When we say linked to, easy answer. When we say linked to, easy answer. Linked to, easy answer. But if you want, I'll explain the other options also. Relegate. What is the meaning of relegate? Going to a lower cadre. Relegate. Going to a lower cadre. Relegate means going to a lower cadre. For example, a senior manager became manager, or a sub-inspector became constable. That is called relegate. Assimilate means come together. Subordinated, everybody knows. Delegate means delegating some assignment. So preposition to came, linked to. And rest of the options, they are not suitable to the context. You are talking about trees, you are talking about climate change, you are talking about environment. This article comes from Science and Technology. And you have nothing to talk about delegate or relegate. Linked to is the answer. Preposition helps you so much, right? Can you find the 24 answer? Can you find the 24 answer? Can you find the 24 answer? Height and dash. What is this? Height and dash. Height and dash. Can you find the answer 24? Height and dash. Height and dash. Height and negligence. Height and indifference. Height and complacency. Height and caution. Height and oblivion. Sir, how do we find it, sir? You are directly asking us to focus on this part, and you are just asking to keep the bracket here. Height and dash. What is there, sir? Without reading the meaning of the sentence, how do you get the answer? That is what Sham sir always tells his students to focus on. Shortcuts. Shall I tell you a beautiful shortcut? Shall I tell you a wonderful shortcut? Are you ready? Negligence is a minus word. Indifference is a minus word. Complacence is a minus word. Oblivion is a minus word. Caution is a plus word. Done. Negligence is a minus word. Complacence is a minus word. Oblivion is a minus word. Indifference is a minus word. Caution is a plus word. How simple. Okay, I'll explain the meanings also. Everybody knows negligence, no responsibility. Indifference, no interest. Complacence, lazy. Oblivion, no knowledge. Yes, guys, I always tell you, be positive, be focused. There are always shortcuts in English. Focus on the last option, E. 25. Who is going to get the right answer quickly? Who is going to get the right answer quickly? Environmental dash. Environmental dash. Environmental dash. Environmental dash. Who is going to get the right answer? Environmental dash. Yes. Yes, guys, I'm waiting for your answer. Environmental redundancy, environmental inertia, environmental urgency, environmental conformity, environmental triviality. Of course, I have to always say this. If you don't know the vocabulary, it's always tough. What is the meaning of redundancy? Redundancy means unnecessary. Redundancy means not important. Redundancy means unnecessary, not important. Trivial. Trivial means not important. See, redundancy means not important. Trivial means not important. When two meanings are the same, both can't be the answer. So remove both. Simple. Remove both. Simple. Now you have here environmental inertia, environmental conformity, environmental urgency. What do you think is the answer? What do you think is the answer? If you want a little more clarity, maybe you can come here. Maybe you can come here. As aging trees are gradually replaced under long-term replanting initiates, the evolving landscape reflects both environmental dash and enduring emotional resonance. So the situation is emergency situation. You are trying to say the meaning is the situation is something very emergency, very urgent. That if you read the sentence you will understand. But guys, however, in this closest of 5 questions, I'm telling you 4 are absolutely easy. Maybe the 5th question slightly complicated, but 4th is very easy. You know why? 4th is you know why? Only caution is a positive word, rest are negative. So easy naturally. Preposition to comes, so naturally link to, easy. And also here you're talking about incidents. Some trees collapsed, so many incidents happened, so naturally occurrences are easy. So like that, guys, anything is easy if you focus properly. Maybe the 25th question slightly difficult because you have to read the sentence there. Wow, nice question, easy question. Persistence. What is the opposite of the word persistence? You want shortcut? I'll tell you shortcut. Perseverance is a positive word. Assiduity positive word. Tenacity positive word. Desistance negative word. Done. That is answer. That is a shortcut. But if you want more clarity, I'll explain. Persistence, tenacity, assiduity, perseverance means never give up attitude. Never give up attitude. Focus. Desistance is oppose. Positive minus, plus minus. Again, cross currents. Cross currents. cross currents. Yeah, guys, divergence is minus, contrapunctal is minus, discord is minus, confluence is plus. So you can directly choose the fourth option easily. Plus minus factor. Plus minus factor. So confluence means together, join. Rest options reverse. Rest options reverse. Okay. Antediluvian. 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 Guys, I'll tell you something. Antediluvian, archaic, obsolete, antiquated. The meaning is old, outdated. Old, outdated. Contemporary is the only word which is opposite. So that is the answer. So contemporary means now, at present. Remaining options old, outdated. Okay, fleeting. If you see my dear friends, what is the meaning of fleeting? What is the meaning of evanescent? What is the meaning of transient? What is the meaning of ephemeral? Temporary. Oh, 1 second. So the meaning of the word fleeting is temporary. The meaning of the word fleeting is temporary. Transient is also temporary. Ephemeral is temporary. Evanescent is temporary. Now we want the opposite, that is enduring. Enduring is permanent. Direct vocabulary, guys. Plus minus factor. Plus minus factor. Sir, but how do I answer such questions, sir? How do I answer such questions, sir? Yes. As a SBI PO aspirant, your speed matters. Your vocabulary knowledge, of course, matters. Okay? Yes. Temporary. You are right, Naveen. Something that lasts for a short time. Temporary. Question number 30. Superficial. What is the meaning of the word superficial? The meaning of the word superficial is equal to cursory, equal to shallow, equal to perfunctory, which means not deep. The meaning is not deep. Profound is deep. Profound is very deep, having a depth. Easy questions. So yes, go to Chandan Logics and then you can take English classes there. You have different types here, but we are always trying to give you the best of the best content. We have a separate batch for SBI PO 2026 aspirants. You can join this to get the best knowledge. Police students can also get this. We have content in both Telugu and English. 31 direct question based on idioms. Idioms. Break a leg. How many of you know the idiom break a leg? All the best. So when you say break a leg, it means you're wishing somebody good luck. Break a leg means all the best. Good luck. Have a leg to stand. Have a leg to stand means support. Support. If you want to be successful in your life, you must have a leg to stand. You must have a leg to stand. Support. 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 Okay? Support. Yes. And then go to the next question, guys. Leg up. So what is the meaning of leg up? Some kind of boosting, advantage. Boosting, advantage. Boosting, advantage. Leg up. Some kind of support, advantage. The biggest advantage is, if you don't know the idioms, don't worry. Read the sentence. Easy. Question number 34. Throw off. What is the meaning of the idiom throw off? Confuse. Disturb. Throw off means disturb. Confuse. If you're not sure, read the sentence. Easy. Okay. Question number 25. Question number 35. Throw the entire force. Throw the entire force. Throw the entire force. Beautiful question. Throw in. If you don't know the idioms, don't worry guys. Go by the sentence. When you read the sentences, you will easily understand. Throw in means include. Throw in means include something extra. Throw in means include something extra. Include something extra. One word substitutes. What do you call a person who has a very good taste in art and culture? Connoisseur. Very nice vocabulary, right? Very nice vocabulary. Connoisseur. Connoisseur means a person who is an expert in art and culture. Frankly speaking, connoisseur is the only positive word. Remaining are negative words. Amateur is a person who is not an expert. Philistine, negative word. Neophyte is a person who has no experience. They're all negative words. Connoisseur is a positive word. And now if you observe here, same time, at the same time. What is at the same time? Contemporary. Contemporary means happening at the same time. Contemporary. Something happening at the same time. Contemporary. Ancestors are old people. Successor after, predecessor before. But at the same time, contemporary. Okay. Question number 39 is a very, very beautiful vocabulary. What do you talk about? What do you call people who are recovering from illness? Convalescent. So convalescence is a very nice word. Convalescent means you're talking about people who have some health problem but now slowly recovering. Slowly recovering. That is called convalescence. Okay, one word substitute. Everybody knows invalid, which is not valid. Patient, everybody knows. Recluse is a person who lives separate, isolated from others. So someone who is recovering from health problem, convalescent. Right. A woman who always flirts others. What do you call a woman who flirts others? What do you call a woman who flirts others? This is the homework I want to give you. This is the homework I want to give you. I have already given you one more homework before. This is a very important homework. What do you call a woman who flirts? Introvert, coquette, pragmatic, stoic. Find the answer and leave your answer in the comment section. Now, when we talk about passages, I always say this. When we talk about passages, don't worry. Solve the vocabulary questions first, and then remaining questions, see them first, understand them, and then when you start reading the paragraph, I'm sure you will enjoy. I repeat, SBI PO English is not difficult. It looks difficult. It is easy when you really start focusing on it, guys. I hope the session is very useful and interesting. I maximum try to give you only shortcuts, not the lengthy procedure, which is a wrong procedure. I emphasized only on the shortcuts. Thank you for being wonderful audience. Homework, message your answer in the comment section. Practice, practice, practice. I'm sure English is going to be easy. Wish you all the best and good luck. Signing off, you Sham sir.